welcome back. In this quick tutorial we're going to make a zombie infested misty woodland scene. We'll learn a misty airbrushing technique, how to transfer an image onto cake and create some sugar paste trees. You just need an A4 sheet of paper that we're just going to rip in a wavy pattern. If you want to create more of a cartoony hills, you can cut a clean line with scissors. Here I've got a 2-tier stacked and ready to go. If you would like to see how I do this, then you can check out my basic series on ganaching and covering a cake. I'll leave a link in the description below to what airbrush I use and colours. The colour brand is called Chroma and they're water based. I always check the colour and flow first on a bit of kitchen towel. This colour is the Chroma green mixed with a little bit of brown. Starting at the bottom, hold your template in place and follow the torn edge with your airbrush gun. Move the template around your cake, creating different depths and patterns. If your template becomes soggy, then use another piece as you don't want to drag the excess colour across your work. Once you've gone all the way to the top, give it an overall light spray to soften the white areas. For the bottom tier I wanted a different colour, so all I did was add more of the brown in. Repeat the same process as the top tier. Feel free to wear gloves as it does stain your fingers. I've been doing this for years and I've just succumbed to the idea that cake decorators are just not destined to have nice hands or nails. I've lost count the amount of times I've had black nails and had to say it's just food colouring, honest. For the zombies, I quickly trace some outlines onto greaseproof paper. You can find all sorts of silhouettes on Google to help you. Then, with 2 acupuncture needles, you can just hold your drawing in place. Make sure your cake is dry underneath first. Then with the sharp end of the Dresden tool, you can start scoring in the outline of all your zombies. This is going to transfer a faint line into the sugar paste. Then you can remove the template. You should just be able to see a copy of the image that you can then follow. To paint your silhouette, you will need a fine paintbrush. Mine is size 0 and the paint I use is by a brand called Rainbow Dust and it's metallic black. I put the paint onto a plate and have some water on hand to water it down if needed. At this stage you just want to follow basic shapes like circles for the heads and blocks for the bodies. We just want to make sure everything is in the right place. At this point it might look a little like a fierce disco, a bit of Saturday Night Fever going on. Now we can go back in and fill the shapes in solid colour. Again, don't worry about the fine details, we can add those later. Once that's done, we can start adding fingers, ears and hair and define the clothes to hopefully turn them from disco divas into zombies. Add some flooring as grass with little flicks of your brush. Now fill your airbrush with black chroma airbrush colour to work on the distant background trees. These are just long lines going up with the odd branch forking out. You can add more black to the base of the cake to make it look more dense. Doesn't matter if you go wrong in this area, as we will be adding 3D trees too, so you can cover any mistakes up. I'm always covering mistakes up. You can also airbrush the board to make it darker. For tips on how to cover your board around the cake, there's a video on that and I'll leave it in the description below. The tree trunks are made with Renshaw's chocolate flavoured paste mixed with black Renshaw's paste to darken it. Just roll a long pointed sausage and attach it to the cake with a bit of water, snaking the branch out as it gets up to the top. The other attached branches are just smaller pointed sausages, blended into the trunk and textured with the Dresden tool. Repeat this for as many trees as you want. For the tops, I've used Renshaw's Lincoln Green mixed with Renshaw's Black and Brown to create a deep olive colour. You can also add more or less to the colours to create a different shade. There is no special shape to this, you just flatten a blob of sugar paste out, wet the back and attach it above the branches. With a starred piping tip, any will do, you just attack the paste. There is no special technique, just push, twist, pull until you create an almost fluffy texture. Just alternate the different shades of green around the branches. Lastly, give your trees a bit of shading with black airbrush colour and you're done. You can add to the design by adding name, age and figures of characters or zombies. Hope this helped. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys!